Hi, welcome to Street Software Solution. In this session, we are going to learn about abstract class. First, why we are using abstract class. In inheritance, hierarchical is not support. So, we are using abstract class or we can use interface in Java. Difference between an abstract class and interface. Abstract class is 100% secure. Interface is more than 100% secure. To increase the encapsulation power, we are using abstract class. What is abstract class? Abstract class is equal to base class. Using extends keyword, we can able to access the data to subclass. Using abstract keyword, we need to create the abstract class. The main purpose of abstract class is to increase the encapsulation power. We are using abstract class. And this is the hierarchical for the inheritance. See, in the syntax, I created an abstract class as a person, and that person class is going to derive with the subclasses such as school, EB bill, shopping. Like that, you can create n number of classes and you can derive that base class to any other subclasses. Okay, so how to write the syntax in abstract class and what are the code we are going to write it inside the abstract class, everything we'll see here. First, syntax for the abstract class and subclass. This is the abstract class I created, and using abstract keyword we need to create it, that I highlighted here. Okay, so abstract class name, curly bracket opening closing, you need to write it, and inside that you can declare the variable without value or with value. Okay, anything we can declare it here, and as well as we can write the function definition, and you can write a constructor. Class name and function name must be same. Default constructor, parameter constructor, whatever the constructor you need, you can write it anything. And as well as we can write the function declarations also. Okay, but while we declare the function like this, see, I'm having a semicolon here, but for the definition I didn't return a semicolon. Okay, for the declaration we need to put semicolon here mandatorily, and using abstract keyword we need to declare the function declaration. Okay, like this way we need to create the abstract class, and here without value, with value we can declare the variable, we can write the function definitions, constructor, and as well as function declarations also. So while we declare the function declaration we need to write the abstract keyword mandatorily. Okay, now this is the base class. Okay, so now I'm going to create the subclasses. Okay, so here I created the employee details and I extend with the person detail. Okay, and what are the declarations we declared here as a function declaration, we need to write a mandatorily, we need to write a function definition in our subclass. Okay, so if I'm not writing that definition it will display the error message. Okay, so the abstract method cannot override, like that it will display the error message. So mandatorily we need to write the function definition in our subclasses. Okay, that is one kind of security here. And here I used employee class, and as well as I created one shopping detail class also. Okay, and here also I'm having the same function definition. And how many classes we are going to derived from this person detail class now, that is in abstract class now. In all the classes you have to write a mandatorily, you have to write a get person detail function definition mandatorily. Okay, so without that definition we are not supposed to execute the code. Okay, so like this way we need to create the abstract class, and we need to access that abstract class in our subclass. Okay, next we'll see the practical session how it is working, and after completing this session we will move on to the interface. Okay, first we'll see the abstract class practical sessions right now. Now I open the Eclipse. First we will create the project folder, Java project, and this is for the abstract class, so I'm going to give the abstract class demo. Okay, like that I will create one folder, project folder first. Yeah, it's created. And here first I need a main function, right? So first we'll create a main function program, and default package I'm going to give again com.string, and I need a main function. I just check that checkbox and it's automatically created here. Okay, now here I need to write the code. Okay, so before that I need a static block. This is before main function, the static block will execute, and here I'm going to write out dot println. This is abstract class. Okay, like that I will write this heading. Okay, now we'll create a abstract class first. Okay, so normal class we are going to create it. Here we'll take the abstract class name as a person detail. Okay, just enter, and here we need to change this as an abstract class. Abstract, okay, public class and class name, like this we have to write it. And here defaultly we are having a person detail constructor, default constructor we are having here. Okay, default constructor, defaultly we are having here. Instead of that we need to declare the member data. Okay, so member data, this is the person detail, so I'm going to use name, and I'm going to assign some default age. Okay, so like this we can declare the member data and the member function. And I need a mobile also, so long mobile, like this I will declare one variable. Okay, so these are all the member data, and constructor defaultly we are having. Okay, now here I'm going to write a function definition. So public void show uh, details, like that I will create one function. So in this I'm going to write what we need to write it, and here system dot out dot println. Okay, println, and welcome to abstract class function definition. Okay, so whatever the code you need to write it, you can write it. I will writing right like this way. Okay, and I need to get the value for the variable, right? So for that I'm going to create abstract void get this person detail. Okay, and public abstract void show person detail. Okay, so like this I'm going to write return to function declaration. Okay, and for a constructor right now I'm going to use a name. Okay, name Ram. Okay, so like this I will assign. Okay, and as well as I need an email ID also. Okay, so for that I'm going to write a string email. Okay, okay, so now here I'm having some default value for age, and as well as I assign the value for the name variable. And instead of that, for mobile and email ID I'm going to use this function. Okay, So now I completed this abstract class, and I'm going to use this abstract class for our employee details. Okay, employee detail, this is a normal class. See, when I'm going to extend this person detail here, see, immediately it will display the error message, right? So we have some method declaration there. So we need to write the definitions here. Otherwise, it won't allow you to write any code inside this class. Okay. So for that, you just click that balloon or click that red line. Okay, you will be getting this link here. So add unimplemented method, like that it will display it here. So once I click here, directly it will display all the function definitions, and in no IDE it's getting automatically like this. In all the IDEs it will get like this, but while we're using a notepad, you have to write the function definitions, this one. Okay, and here I'm already having a name and age. For a mobile and email ID, we need to get the input. Okay, so for that, instead of that, this is an employee detail, right? So I'm going to write a role and as well as int salary. Okay, so for the mobile number, I need to assign some mobile number, and if you need to get the runtime input also, you can write it. But for mobile number, what I declared long, right? So here we need to write L, then only it will assign as a long. Okay, and as well as what is the other variable, email, right? Email equal to here what is the name, default name I given here, rom. Okay, so related to that, rom at gmail.com, like that I will give the email ID. Okay, so now I assign the value for the mobile number and the email ID, and as well as for role also you can write it here. Okay, otherwise if you need to create some other functions also, for example get employee details, like that you need to get the value. Now you can write that one also separately, but right now I'm going to use the same function. Okay, so here I'm going to use a manager and as well as salary. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we need to display all the informations, right? So system dot out dot print ln. Okay, person name. Okay, or else this is an employee, right? We'll make it like this, employee name. Okay, so name variable I can able to access it here directly. Why? Because this, in this class I'm not having a name variable, but there I'm having na. So using that variable value, it will assign automatically. Okay, it will identify it and it will print the output. And for the mobile we need to write it mobile, and here also we need to write mobile, and as well as email is there, right? Email, email, and the role is there, and here it is an employee role. Okay, and finally we need to write a salary. Okay, salary, that's it. Oh, everything is completed. Okay, now we'll move on to the main function, and this is the base, and this one is a subclass, and for the employee details we need to get the value. Okay, using that object we need to get all the informations. Okay, so I'm writing an employee detail object, and as well as using that object, first we have to call this welcome message. Okay, show detail, like that we are having, right? So we can write a show detail, and as well as obj dot get person detail and show person detail, right? So this one we need to call get and obj dot show person detail. That's it, all the functions is called. Okay, And don't worry about this constructor. So if you create the object for the class, the constructor function will automatically invoke and it will display the output. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now everything is completed, and we will run and we will see the output for this. See, this is abstract class, is static information, and that show function is called here. Okay, show function is called, and then name, age, whatever the fixed age we are having, that is printing. And here name is coming from the constructor, and as well as the other values we given in an employee detail class. Okay, so this is printing here. Okay, while we run this, and in the same way, if we need to get the runtime input also, we can write it. Okay, so here I used only the employee detail, and if we need to write some other shopping details or anything, now we can write it. Okay, and in the same way, I will create one more program. Okay, for the student detail. Okay, so student detail, I'm going to extend with same person detail class. Okay, again it's getting an error, and I'm going to implement that one. Okay, so for the student, here we need a mark, right? Okay, so and the standard string std. Okay, so name we already having there, but in this class I'm not going to use age. Okay, I need only the mobile number. Okay, only that one I need. So what I'm going to do it here in student detail class, I need only the mobile number. Okay, so for mobile number I will assign the value. Okay, so I'm not going to use uh, email id or age in this class. Okay, so that is optional. If you need, you can write it, otherwise no need to use it. Okay, and for the standard I need to write 12 like this, and then mark I'm going to write a 90. Okay, so now I'm going to print this value. So system.out.println, this is a student name, right? You need to print the student name plus name. Okay, and system.out.println, we need to call the standard, right? Yes, sorry, mobile. Next we are having mobile, so I'm using mobile, and I need to write a standard here, std, and as well as I need to write a mark. Okay, so mark. Okay, that's it. So now the show function will print all the information, and if you need any other separate function, you can write it that also. So check grade. Okay, like that I will create one more function. So here if mark is greater than equal to 90. Okay, I need to print a grade for that. Okay, so again else if mark is less than 90 and mark is greater than equal to 70. Okay, then it will enter into this block. Okay, in the same way I'm going to create one more condition. Here it is less than 70 and greater than 50, we will write it. Okay, else I need to print some other grade. Okay, so here I need one more variable for grade. Okay, so I declare that, and here if I enter into this block based upon the mark, if I enter into this block, I need to print O grade. Okay, in the same way here I need to print A grade, here B grade, else fail. Okay, now finally I'm going to write only one system.out.println like this, and the grade is plus grade. Okay, if you write like this only one time, we can write the system.out.println. No need to write each and every block. Okay, so here I created like this. Okay, now we'll move on to the class here, and here we need to create the object for the student, right? Student detail obj1 equal to student detail. Okay, and we need to call the show detail, and as well as we need to call the get person detail, and as well as obj1 dot show person detail. And finally in this class I'm having a check grade also, right? So that one also you can call it. Okay, and in this student details I didn't use email id, and as well as we already declared the email id, and as well as we used a mobile number, right? So mobile number I used here, only the email id I have not used in student details. That is optional. If you need you can write it, otherwise no need to write it. And age also I didn't use it here. Okay, so like this way also we can create it. And first we will run and see the output. In this we will get employee details and as well as student detail, both object is there, so it will print all the outputs. See, okay, so like this it will print student detail, and this one is an employee detail. Everything is printing. Okay, in the similar way if you are going to create a shopping detail now, that also we have tried it the in the same concept only. You just try that one. And here see, while we're creating the object, okay, only the object is different but the function name is same, right? Here also the object is different but the function name is same. And like this way, if you're creating the object for each and every class, we are not able to manage here, and we need to write the same show detail function n number of times in this concept, right? So how to avoid this kind of object? Okay, so I'm having a same function in all the classes, that I know. Okay, but uh, here no need to create the object like obj, obj1, obj2, obj3 like that. Okay, so here already Java we need to write a lots of code. Okay, so we how to avoid this kind of repetition. Okay, repeatedly we are calling this show detail, show person detail, show person detail, get person detail, like that we are having a functions again and again here, right? So how to avoid this? Okay, so one small code we will see that. So instead of this kind of object creation, we can create the object for the abstract class. I already told you, like we are not supposed to create the object for the base class, and abstract class is equal to base class only. Okay, base class only. But here for this concept, uh, for normal base class in inheritance is a normal base class. Now we are not supposed to create the object, but this is an abstract class, so we can create the object for the abstract class like this, like person detail. Okay, so it will allow you to create it here. Okay, so here person detail, and as well as obj1 equal to new student detail. Okay, so like that we can create the object here. Okay, so using this object we can access all the functions. Instead of this check grade function, whatever the other functions we are having, everything we can able to access it. Okay, so this is the functions we created in a student detail class, and this is not in abstract class, right? So we are not supposed to create the object for that type of functions here. We are not supposed to call that function, but other functions we can able to access it through the abstract class object. Okay, so this in this abstract class we are having all the functions. They can able to find it and it will automatically execute the code and it will print the output here. Okay, and what is object first? Object is an encapsulation. It's hide the data from the user. Like that I already told you. And in this object we are having two types of character. One is state, another one is behavior. Okay, state means whatever the first line we returned here, this is state. Okay, and whatever the next line, that is using that object, whatever the concept you are going to implement using this function, this functions, each and every functions is doing a different process, right? These are all the behavior. Okay, state and behavior, these are all the behavior. Okay, statements standard, we are all having a name, age, color, everything, right? But what that particular person is doing right now, they are running or dancing or sleeping, that is a behavior. Okay, so this object we can split as a two types of character. One is state, another one is behavior. Okay, now this first line is called as a state, but while we move on to this abstract class, this state object is divided into two category. Okay, before person detail obj, like that, before equal to we are writing here, right? This is called as a concrete class. Okay, and after equal to new student details, like that I written here, right? This one is called as a reference class. Okay, so reference can change but concrete cannot change. Reference can change but concrete cannot change. Okay, so what is the reference for this object right now? Student. Okay, so now we will run this and see the output. Only the student details is printing here. Okay, and similarly, if I access the employee details, I change the reference. See, in that time, employee details is printing. Okay, so now the reference can change and the concrete cannot change. And using this reference, this object is going to execute. Okay, so here, while we're creating like this type of object, okay, no need to write the object, no need to call this function again and again. Okay, only this line here we need to change it. Okay, it will automatically execute the code from the employee details, or if it is in student details we can write it. Okay, this is one of the concept. If you need, you can write it like this way. Otherwise we'll go with this different object. Okay, and why we are using this kind of concept, while we move on to the next topic, we'll see that. Okay, and in abstract class we can create the object like this way, and normal inheritance this is not possible, and as well as in interface also we can create the object like this way. Okay, so how to create the object in interface, how to create the interface first, everything we'll see it in the next session. And right now I hope you understand the abstract class, what I created here, and you just do the hands-on practice. Okay, and then only you can able to write the code by yourself. Okay, that is a main thing, we have to do it. And watch the video, and if this video is useful to you now, just command us and give me some suggestions, and I will do that implementations in my videos also. Okay, and thanks for watching, support my channel. Thank you very much. Next we will see the interface. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.